Okay, I told you we'd be whipping up some of my favorite dishes, so we're going to start with a spicy shrimp and spaghetti aglio olio. We want to grab some water, big pot of water for our pasta. We're going to go ahead and start with cold water. We have time for it to come to a boil, and we want to give ourselves time because the meal can be moving forward and we can be working on a lot of other stuff. That's good. Let's get it on the stove. Okay. Put that on high, forget about it. Now we need one of our stars for the day, shrimp. Big jumbo shrimp, and they're easy peel. I'll tell you what that means. What it means is it's already been deveined. All you have to do is slide off the skin. Done, totally done. Put it aside. Now, if they don't have easy peels, no big deal. Take a really sharp knife and just run it down the back, and you're gonna devein the shrimp. Okay, I'm gonna get the pan nice and hot for our shrimp because we're gonna cook these really quick, and it's extremely important that the pan be hot. We wanna sear in the flavor, keep them tasting crisp and fresh and very sweet. So I'm gonna let that start working, and I'm gonna grab a couple of more ingredients for this. We need some lemon and garlic, my absolute favorite ingredient. In the pantry, yeah, I need a little crushed red pepper for some heat. This is the microplane. You can get these just about everywhere. And they're so much fun. They work even better if you turn them around. They're so much fun because they take the zest right off, and it doesn't get stuck on the back. It just slides right off. You just want to take the zest of the lemon. It's going to bring home that lemon flavor, make that seafood taste really fresh catch. You don't want the white. Just take a little of the yellow. That's where all the flavor is. All of the oils in the lemon. Great. Give it a little shake. Now, you've got this lemon and it's peeled. You might as well use it, right? Get the juices flowing in there. Roll it. Make sure the lemon's ready to give up its juices. Get a quick split. I like to squeeze the lemons this side up so that the pits stay in. And you don't have to bother with the cheesecloth thing, you know? Where you put the cheesecloth and wrap it around. I don't have time for that, I really don't. I have no patience is the problem. So I just give it a quick squeeze like that. Great. We have this parsley that we already chopped. Remember, we were gonna use it in everything, so we chopped it once and left a big pile. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of that in. Again, it's gonna freshen that flavor. Let me grab a little side towel here. Let's start working with our garlic. Garlic, I just love it. It comes out of your pores, so of course I always end up smelling like a salami, but it's so worth it. It's a big flavor, and it just gets sweet when you cook with it. And it just makes the house smell like home to me. Now, we're gonna give this a quick chop. Run the knife over it, just keep gathering it up. Oh, our water's steaming. It's almost ready for our pasta. And our pan is getting nice and hot. I can see it start to smoke. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. Just means it's ready. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of this garlic, add it to our shrimp. It's gonna make it so easy because we're putting all the ingredients for our spicy shrimp right on the shrimp. A little crushed red pepper. Now I like to take it and just give it a crush in the palm of my hand to get the oils out and release all the heat. That's gonna give it our zip. Then we're gonna give it a drizzle of the extra virgin olive oil. Beautiful. A little bit of pepper. Black pepper and red pepper, two different heats. They react differently in different spots on your tongues. You can use both, go over the shoulder for luck. Quick toss with this. Get all of your ingredients in that, well, it's a quick marinade, I guess, right over your shrimp. Equally distribute all those flavor factors. Now, we've got a nice big skillet here because we're gonna do our pasta in the same pan, but you don't wanna put all the shrimp in, even though it would fit. You want this to cook quick. Sear in the juices. So you wanna cook it in 2 batches. Give it space. If you put all this in the pan, it's gonna suck all the heat right out of it, a little heat vampire, and it's not gonna work out good. You're gonna have a totally different texture with that shrimp. I'm gonna grab a plate because when that batch is ready, I wanna be ready for it. Keep the plate right next to your pot. Let's get our pasta in because our water is boiling. We want about 1 pound of pasta. Now, the thing to remember about your pasta when you get it in there, whoops, is to stay with it until the water takes it. So the water takes it all. Work it just for a minute until the pasta is completely submerged. You get a nice facial while you're here, an added little bonus. We cooked our spicy shrimp in 2 batches because we wanted the heat in the pan to be the same for all the shrimp. You put them all in there, sucks the heat right out. They look gorgeous. They're gonna be sweet and crisp and spicy. Now we're gonna use this very same pan to make our pasta sauce, but it's at a totally different heat level. So we're gonna pull the pan off to the side, let it cool down a bit, and drop our heat source right down to low, right down to simmer. We've got some reserved garlic for our sauce, and we need some anchovies. Anchovies taste completely different when you add some heat. It's not like anchovies on a pizza. You're not gonna have a strong fishy taste. Just stay with me on this. It's gonna work out. I got a little bit of garlic left in the pan here. Just gonna get that out of there. The flavor from the seafood is fine, but you don't want a flavor of singed garlic. It's very bitter. So if you have to, if you've got little pieces of garlic left, get rid of them. Okay, now, this is cooled down a bit. We've dropped this down to a simmer. Put this right back on here. I'm gonna stir our pasta. We've got some spaghetti in there, and it's almost done, so we're gonna work quick with our sauce here. We're gonna add EVOO, that's the base for this, extra virgin olive oil. Go nuts with it. It's a good fat. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna clog any arteries. It's gonna keep you young and healthy, and boy, your skin will be just gorgeous. Okay, very generous with that. That's the base. Add all of the garlic. It's gonna get sweet and mellow. You're gonna love it. Don't worry about it. Get it all in there. 2 people that have garlic breath cancel each other out, so don't worry about it from that angle either. Okay, beautiful. This is gonna simmer. It's gonna speak. It's gonna go tss, add something to me. We're gonna include a little bit of heat, crushed red garlic. Rub it in your hand, get the oils going, release, oh, crushed red pepper, sorry. Release the heat. Get it in there with your garlic, and the garlic and the crushed red pepper together, they're gonna both infuse the oil with lots of flavor. Now, we got our little fishies, our anchovies. I usually put in 2 per person. Even if you don't care for the taste of anchovies, please try this just once. Because what happens is, once you get the anchovies in there, they break up, they melt, they become a natural salt flavor, and they taste more nutty than fishy. No kidding. Okay, now, what's gonna happen with these is they're just gonna break up. You're not gonna be able to see them. They're gonna just melt away into the sauce. It'll be like magic. Who doesn't like a little magic with their supper? I'm gonna let those hang out and start to melt away. I'm gonna get that pasta out while it's still nice and al dente, to the teeth. Whoo, another one of them facials. Okay, you don't want to cold shock or stop the cooking process with the pasta. You want it to stay nice and hot. So you're just gonna give it a really good shake. Careful when you transfer it, you don't want to burn yourself, so have a towel handy. Let's turn off our stove. Keep this right here, waiting for our sauce. Let's work with these. See, they're starting to melt away. It smells like home. It just makes me so happy every time I make this meal. Oh, it just brings us all together. You know, it's always on the table. Aglio, garlic and oil. It's just a basic in our house. Okay, we're gonna add the pasta to the sauce and toss it all together. Because you want all the macaroni to taste good. Every kind of pasta in our house was called macaroni. Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit of that parsley. Remember, we chopped it for everything all at one time. It's waiting for us. It's gonna freshen and brighten the flavor of our macaroni. And it's gonna add a little bit of color. This is so perfect. I wish you could smell this. It's just fragrant, nutty, warm, cozy, delicious. Oh, it's a meal before you ever hit the fork to the plate. We've got our spaghetti con olio all done here. That's garlic and oil. It's got a little heat in there with the crushed red pepper, tons of garlic and anchovies, but we don't taste them. They taste nutty and salty. They don't taste fishy at all. Don't leave any of that flavor in the pan. Get it all out and on top of your macaroni. Done. Fantastic. Okay, we've got our tomato and onion salad. We've got our spaghetti con olio, and we have our fantastic spicy shrimp. Beautiful.